Science of Beauty was developed in December of 2021. So my aunt, Robin, she has a nonprofit, STEM Exposure. And at the time, she was doing summer camps for architectural design and construction because that's her background. And my background is fashion and beauty. So she had approached me about doing a beauty camp, and I ducked her out for like a whole year, right? Like, I was like, man, I don't know what that even looks like, right? And so she just kept being super persistent, like, Zakia, you can do this, you can put this together, you got all the resources, like, just take a look at it. So at that time, I started just doing research, doing due diligence. I just started Googling STEM and beauty and fashion and things like that. And then all of this information just started popping up. And then once I looked into it and I saw how much STEM was in beauty, I was like, okay, there's something here.
To define STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, those are simply disciplines that you find in everything that you do. And I believe that that is the myth that keeps our students from pursuing careers, because they look at science, technology, that's math, oh, I can't do math. But understanding that everything that you do, from the way you comb your hair, to the way you braid your hair, to the way you brush your teeth and the motions, to literally everything that you do, STEM is involved.
I think it's important to teach STEM at an early age because a lot of times we don't see people who look like us in these spaces. And so if they see somebody who's representative of who they are, who are around the walks of life that they are, they too can see that, oh, I can be in this space also. There is room for me. They also can see that there's many different aspects of how they can use STEM. So whether that is as a formulation scientist, a fragrance formulator, or even as a products researcher, and being able to do it at a company that truly cares for the consumer. So today I had the joy of talking with the girls about hair science and how Mayel plays a very big role in the natural hair care industry. And so when we think about formulations, we think about the different collections that we have. We want to be intentional about formulating for what she needs. So today I got to talk about hair textures, hair types, formulations of shampoo, conditioner, what are the best products for her depending on what she wants to do, whether that's a wash and go, an updo, if she has protective styles, and how Mayel can kind of help her get to what that goal is.
We had 43 girls sign up, which is amazing. So over 40 to do anything in the summer is amazing. And people signed up right away. We literally launched it and sold out in the first 3 days. So everything has just been historical for us. And so we are so excited. It's a full day from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have lectures in the morning with different guests that come in, different chemists and women that are gurus, right, in their organization and in their career. So we love that. And then we go to lunch, and in the afternoon, they actually have hands-on. So not just are we talking to them, lecturing them, we're actually letting the girls make the products that they can take home and use. They've already made a skincare facial mist. Now they're doing eyeshadow. There's so much that we have in store for them.
This is the second part of the programming, the lab, demo, whatever you want to call it. So we'll be over here every day after lunch, and you guys will be doing your labs here, right? We in a real lab. I'm lit, because I ain't never been in a real lab, so this is new for me as well. So today, our guest speaker was Dr. Wilkerson from Procter & Gamble, Olay. And Olay is a skincare brand that we all know, right? So for our lab today, we're going to be making a skincare product. I saw that Spelman had an online beauty chemistry certificate that you could get online. And so I did some research and I found out who was spearheading that certificate, and it was Dr. Winfield at Spelman. And she was like, your program would be perfect for us to kind of usher into that new degree. And she said, we would love to host you your camp on our campus.
So Spelman College will be the first HBCU to have a cosmetic science program. And if you look across the nation, there are only 4 institutions that have bachelor's degrees related to cosmetic science. And in that 4, we make number 5, but we're the only undergraduate, primarily undergraduate institution to have a cosmetic science program. The sooner you can plant the seed, the more time you have to nurture it and grow it, but also you get to see how students develop their own curiosity about things related to STEM. And then that can give parents ideas of how to steer that child, what camp, what extracurricular activities they might need to be involved in.
Well, STEM is important for early childhood education is because you really have to start early. By the time our young students get into high school, they've not really cultivated a curiosity, in my opinion, to help them to secure opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and math, especially in underserved communities. They're not aware, they don't have access, opportunity, or exposure to science, technology, engineering, and math. So the earlier you can give them that exposure, the more curious they will become, and they will also understand all the various pathways there are for them to go to school, get educated, and pursue careers. So the cosmetic science program is critical for young minds because right now there are not a lot of African American women or girls or men for that matter in the beauty industry behind the scenes creating and developing the products. And so it's really all about creating and giving them opportunity to see the pathways into the industry. And it's also given us an opportunity to meet them where they are because we know that whatever they're curious about, what their interests are, that they will start to say, hey, well, I didn't know that that existed. There's a career opportunity for me. How do I get there? And so these programs help to provide those opportunities. So again, it's really about access, opportunity, and exposure to these young minds to let them know that they too can take part in this multi-billion-dollar industry from a technology and innovation standpoint.
One of the reasons why I love the beauty industry is that you're genuinely making people feel good. You're enhancing their natural beauty and you're really just making them feel good about themselves. So I think it starts super young, and to have these young ladies so intrigued by it truly is really important to me. So I am just super excited that I got to speak and had a chance to really touch their lives because that's super important.
I started thinking about what I wanted the program to look like. I started thinking about what I want the girls to take from the program. I started thinking about the impact that I wanted to make, right? Because I'm not a scientist. I have no scientific background. But I did understand that there was a gap, and I'm an executioner. That's what I like to call myself. Like, I get things done. And so I knew that if I just focused my attention and my resources in that area, that it could be something.
I think that this is an amazing opportunity. The Science of Beauty Camp allows young ladies to experience science in a different way in everyday life. And I think that a lot of times when we're young, we don't understand the connection between, what we're learning in school and our everyday lives. And I think this allows them to see it in action, and it gives them access to an opportunity to experience things that they wouldn't traditionally experience in schools.
So when we think about the science of beauty, it's important for young aspiring chemists, technologists, data scientists to see themselves in these rooms and being an advocate for consumers who look like us when it comes to formulation. We're the ones that are paying a lot of money when it comes to the beauty industry, so why not have young aspiring chemists and minds thinking about, how can I make this product better, or how can I invent something new to ensure that my consumer or somebody who looks like me is always thought of when development comes into process.
And so speaking at the Science Video, I love it because it's changing what a scientist looks like and showing that the involvement with all the makeup on my face or how my braids are done involves STEM and involves science, and a lot of things that we don't even know about are STEM. So speaking to these girls that were my age group, there's people out there that are trying to help girls and minorities like I do as well. So being able to speak at this camp that is all about what I'm about was so incredible. These girls that are my age are just so incredible, and I'm glad that they have opportunities like this where they can come to Spelman and they can have these influences.
I am so proud of Sakia. I had to make my way down here. It was really important to be here to see her accomplishments. This is her 3rd year. I'm super proud of her. I'm already brainstorming ideas of how I can help her next year, and perhaps we can collaborate on something. The fact that this is her brainchild and to see it come to fruition and her to make a positive impact on these girls means a lot to me, and I'm happy that I've impacted her as well.
This week has impacted me so much because it's provided me with so many opportunities that I don't think would have gotten in New York if I didn't come to this camp. Although New York is an amazing place for opportunities, I was exposed to this camp and it opened so many doors for me.
We made our own hair products. We learned about fragrances. And I think it's very good for a lot of young students to see that we can do this as Black women.
Anything that you see that our young people are doing, just get behind them and show support. We have a great organization, we have a great product that we're bringing to the masses, but we need people to support. So any way that you can support with donations or sponsorships or even volunteering if we're in your city, we would love to have you. And if there's a place that we missed, bring us to you. We want to be in every HBCU in the world.